Hello, welcome back to the Teed Up Golf Podcast. The Ryder Cup has been won and done by our good European friends. The crowd was absolutely disgusting. And speaking of disgusting, I'm joined by a couple of great men from the world of golf here in Australia. Bradley McGill, the king of it all. How are you, great man?
I'm good. Awesome Ryder Cup. Watched a fair bit of it. A lot of the crowd reminded me of you. I reckon if there's anybody that would carry on like that, I know.
Paid overs to abuse someone.
It'd be you to be
Correct.
carrying on like that, I reckon.
Don't think so, Bradley. I'm a very, very respectful man. And Johnny Tan from Johnny's Golf Shop.
How are we? What a weekend. What a weekend of golf.
Wild weekend. And footy.
And footy too.
Congratulations to the Lions of Brisbane. It was sensational. And a man in this room filled his boots in the singles. He was asking us last night on our group chat, how do you win money on the Ryder Cup? And Bedos is looking ripped and full of coin. How are you, mate?
Oh, Jesus.
Wish the camera was on there.
Oh,
Our
my
female
God.
listeners would have gone through the roof if they'd seen what you just did, Bedos.
Do we have female listeners?
Mum.
Not Charlie.
My mum.
Jeez, you would have.
Maybe Miss McGill.
I'd
Miss
watch the
Tan,
video
I don't
if
know.
I saw that on the video.
Anyway.
I'm abstaining, lads, for future.
From women.
Yeah, just saving myself for Charlie Hull. But I had I had a little nibble on a Bradley tip.
Well done.
Scottie to beat Rory today, and Ben Griffin to beat, was it Højgaard?
Yep, Rasmus.
And they got up. So I'm a happy
anyway.
man. Thank
Yeah.
you, Bradley.
No worries at all.
No, but what a great Ryder Cup it was. And it was also, we were kitted out last week by our good friends over at Golf Box. So you can still get those Ryder Cup Adidas Gazelle shoes over there right
very
now.
comfy.
Comfortable.
Big sale coming up on Golf Box next week, which we will reveal down the track. Also, if you want to go in the draw to win a set of golf clubs, we have teamed up with our good friends at Golf Box, and we're giving away a set of Mizuno MX Speed metal irons. They're a bit of a beginner set, but once you're in Mizuno's, you will never go back. Take that from my advice. So head over to the Teed Up Pod Instagram page. All you've got to do is comment your current handicap. Follow us, follow Golf Box, move along, go in the chance to win it. That'll be drawn on the 6th of October, next Monday. And you just get a free set of irons sent to your house, ready to roll for the summer of golf here in Australia. So thank you to our friends at Golf Box and Mizuno Golf. One more thing for housekeeping. Save the date. Thursday, the 18th of December, Teed Up Golf Day. It's going to be happening. Don't worry about that. Okay. It's going to be happening. So put more details to come. Put that in your diary. It's going to be the biggest one that we've ever done. Heaps of activations, heaps of fun right before the summer break into Christmas. So get your fours together. They're going to be a four-man Ambrose.
Take Friday morning off as well.
Yeah, because you will be exceptionally hungover because we will find a very, very good beer sponsor. So, yeah, do that. And, yeah, very, very happy. But the Ryder Cup has been won and done. 15-13 by the way of the Europeans. It was box office the first couple of days. The crowd was disgraceful. The US team was also disgraceful.
The PGA of America were disgraceful.
They were
as well.
shocking, mate.
God.
They were shocking. But Europeans got it done in the first 2 days and hung on for dear life through the singles today, which was getting a bit dicey there for a while. But Bradley, as an aficionado of the Ryder Cup, where does it ranking the history for you, and give us your rundown of what you thought for the
As
week.
in, where does it rank against other Ryder Cups?
Yeah. An away win.
I would say probably 2 out of the ones I've watched. 2012 going to be very hard to beat.
So second to the Miracle at Medina.
Yeah, Miracle at Medina is unbelievable.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
big.
I reckon. Well, I mean, out of
The
other ones,
storylines off the course as well.
Out of the other ones I've watched, I don't really think any of the other ones. Like 14 was a bit meh. 16 was pretty solid. That'd be up there. 18 was pretty good as well, but not quite as good. 21 was obviously a bit boring. They pumped them. Last year was the last one was pretty cool. But yeah, I'd say it's probably, since I've been watching golf, probably my second favourite one, I reckon.
Yeah, the storylines were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Obviously, the crowd was piss poor. And we'll talk about that a bit later in our ramble. That it was, yeah, Rory, I think, hit the nail on the head. Support your team. Like what they were doing, especially with the drink throwing and whatnot.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad, but they really let themselves down on the course. And we'll talk about now the US team results. Burns, you called it off the top last week, Bradley. 0, 1 and 2.
Yep.
Cantlay 1, 3 and 1, indicative of his year this year. Didn't have a great year. Bryson fought hard, pretty stiff in the foursomes with
Cam Young or the other one?
with Scottie Scheffler with the fight.
Oh, yeah, the 4-ball.
9 under. They
that
were pretty,
four ball? Yeah.
they were pretty stiff to lose. Like the other two just played unbelievable golf. Harris English won't play again. Griffin, yeah.
Griffin probably didn't get enough of a chance.
Yeah, he played
Like
okay today.
he one
your
win,
sunnies
one
off,
loss.
brother.
He wasn't. I thought he would have been played more than he was. Like for him to play only twice and Colin Morikawa to play 3 times.
Mate, he's more
that's an
informed
odd. That's an odd
70%
sort
of the
move.
team is in better form.
Yeah, I mean, like other than that, I don't know, looking at that list, you're not too sure. But yeah, Harris English and Colin, they went out. I don't know why the hell they kept sending him out in foursomes.
Sacrificial lambs,
I don't
maybe?
know why.
No, we
It's
have a plan. We're going to stick to it.
You've got four
Sometimes
spare
plans
ones.
change,
Oh
Keeks.
my God. But talking about, like, my favourite part of this whole Ryder Cup was when they walked to the first tee on the first day and they stop at the bottom of the race before they go to the crowd. They stand next to each other. They had the USA flag over their shoulders and walking out.
Did you see who didn't have one, though?
Who didn't have
on the
one?
first morning? Cantley and Schoff. Like,
Were they the only ones that won?
Xander. No, they... maybe.
Maybe. Because, like,
Actually, they did, yeah.
I'm just thinking, were they like, excuse me, Captain Keegan, I know you want me to take out the USA flag, but can we just take the blue and red off and just walk out with a white flag? Because that's all we've got today for day one. It was unbelievable. I thought, it was just such a flog move. And I mean, I'm thinking, if you want to do that, Keegan, send out your 4 guys that aren't playing. Send them out with the USA flag to hype the crowd up. They've got a job to do. They're not there to bloody play it up and do that sort of stuff. It's sort of like it's like the USA. I don't know if they were a bit insecure, but it's like they wanted the crowd to get them over the line instead of just thinking they're better golfers and they can get the job done. And I didn't like it. Like, Europe just rock up. They've got a serious captain, well prepared. They're not none of that bullshit out there to play golf. Like, draping the flag and walking over and doing that, getting Bryson. I thought getting Bryson on the first to tee off was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
drive the green, pump it up, but that'll pump him up enough anyway. Like, you don't need to do the flag stuff and
the thing
and
I
all
find
that,
with culture and team sport, because this is team sport when you think of it, you can't manufacture a
it
good
seemed
culture.
forced, didn't it? Just
seemed
seemed
like the
forced.
boys are just like, oh, this is what we're doing, cool, we'll do it. But when you're relying on, like, say, 2 guys, I think, to wear that as well in terms of JT and Bryson. It felt you were cooked before you teed off that day.
Yeah, for sure.
And like the Harris English, Colin Morikawa, they were ranked 132 out of a possible 132 optimal foursomes pairing according to Data Golf for Team USA. So it's like the worst possible pairing statistically that they could have chosen.
They've done it.
Was those 2 guys, and they've chucked them out twice.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Like, just because you got a plan, Keegan, it clearly didn't work, mate. Change your plan.
Is your plan to lose or just on that, Johnny? What you said. So you said that Shawfley and Cantley that first morning were the
only ones didn't take the flag.
they were the only ones that won. The other 3
Well, there you
lost.
fucking go.
That just shows
Illuminati
you
kind of
exactly.
shit, that.
Do we
what
run
it
through
is.
the rest of the results with we got to Griffin 1-1, Henley 0-2-1.
Thought Scottie fought manfully, 1 and 4. JJ was okay. He only got 3 chances.
He was good.
2
He
and
was
1.
really good. Like that was it the foursomes or the 4-ball match on the Saturday when he went stump last 2 holes and got them the point?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. And I said I thought he'd go okay because he's proven himself in that
He's
US
one of the
Open.
form players in the world.
Yeah, and I think if you look at this team, Cam Young was good, JJ was good, obviously Scottie, a couple
JT
other
was
ones.
great.
But there's a fair few guys there where you're like, wouldn't be surprised if I never see them again in the Ryder Cup. Where the European team, which we'll get to, I reckon you could almost pencil in 10 of them for the next Ryder Cup.
how old?
Dustin Rose might be a smidgen old, Rasmus Højgaard, not sure. The other 10, or you can almost just put
Do
them in.
we do that now? Do we run through like the 12 names here? Yes, no, quickly from you boys. Whether
From
or
the
not,
US?
yeah, for you, Burns. Yes, no, we take
No, never again.
Cantley.
No.
Nah, I reckon he could be back again. He's pretty good.
All right, Bryson.
Yes.
Yep.
English.
No.
Griffin.
Maybe.
Henley.
Yes.
Yes.
Colin.
No.
Maybe. Depends what he
Xander.
delivers.
Yes.
Yep.
Scottie.
Yes.
JJ.
Yes.
JT.
Yes.
Yep.
Young.
Yep.
Yes.
So who do we taking for Burns then?
Who we taking?
Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth.
And that's the thing. It's
Spieth.
just like we
Culture.
Spieth's the one.
no, that's
Patrick
culture.
Reed, Brooks Koepka. Know what they're going to do.
we want guys who just like
Jackson Coyven, Luke Clanton.
we're gonna get into another situation where it's
There's
just
a
like
couple of guys that could come, but they're like, yeah.
you want guys that are just like bleed red, white, and blue. I'm sorry, but Harris English, like for me, he just doesn't move the
And
needle
Sam-
for me.
yeah,
Sam Burns,
he
like
just bleeds missed putts. That's about all he bleeds
When
under,
you're
under
relying
pressure.
on, I've actually got a newfound respect for Justin Thomas.
heck yeah.
He did
Yeah.
put America on his back, and from a culture and fired up perspective. So
Somebody else that could jump back in for the next Ryder Cup, Keegan.
Keegan, he could, but
Oh.
I think his brand has been so damaged by them sacrificing him to be the captain when he should have just been a player.
it was
He wasn't ready.
He was set up to fail by the PGA of America.
So he was not an assistant captain, and he has not been involved in any Ryder Cup
2012.
since 2012. Not an assistant captain. Not
no,
in,
I think he played in 2014 as well, didn't he?
I thought he only played one Ryder Cup.
no, he's only played 2012.
That's the thing I was listening to today.
Well, either way, it's just like since the last Ryder Cup that he was involved in, which could be up to 10 years ago
At
or
least
more,
10 years. Yeah,
at
it's
least
at
10.
least 10,
He
yeah.
has not been in that system, so he's not been
2014, you're right.
2014. So he's not an assistant captain, not in and around that. And you're going to throw him out as captain against an established Luke Donald, an established settled European Ryder Cup team, which as well the DP World Tour You know, this is it for them. We will win at all costs with or whatever.
Yeah.
So Captain Keegan has done nothing. I think he's like you guys said, set up for failure. That is just like he doesn't know how to set up a course because he's never been involved in a course setup, right? He doesn't know what in terms of what he should be doing.
I listened to his whole press, the American press conference after. He took all the blame, which is I think is great. It's good on him, but and he said he spoke to every captain possibly can to help him. But I just don't. I think he should have just been playing. I think they knee-jerk reaction to get him to be the captain from Netflix last year. It's indicative of where the PGA Tour is at, I guess, in a way at the moment. I know we're talking about two different things here, but I just think American golf's as much as golf's flying and popular, I think it's in a really poor spot, from a aesthetic perspective, and just trying to force something. And they fell away. But the European team, we'll move on to them now. Just everything that we're loving in the world of golf, from a live perspective to a DP World Tour perspective, it harnessed everything that we've been talking about for months. We're not bashing the PGA Tour. I still watch it. I'm still a big fan of it. But the way that they've just gone, hey, look, these guys statistically are our best players. Don't care who likes them, who doesn't. We're going with the best players from our neck of the woods, and they've done that. Live player, non-live player, they've gone and done it. Hatton and Rahm, obviously, from live. The rest of the boys are all playing great golf on the PGA Tour. Except for Rasmus, who's still a DP World Tour. He had a PGA Tour card, but went no good. And the fact that Luke Donald led from the front, just with with Molinari's statistical breakdown, they got everything right in the team stuff. And you called it with the single stuff. You can't really control that from a statistical point of view. That's just luck of the draw, and you either beat the player or you don't. But from a team's perspective, everyone complemented each other beautifully.
And another thing they do well is they brought back, so obviously in the off year, the President's Cup is for the Americans. Well, Europe, after they got flogged in 2021, they brought back the event where it's Great Britain and Ireland versus continental Europe, where they have their own version of the President's Cup, I guess, because they wanted to see more team play and blood some of the young guys. I reckon Tommy Fleetwood captained one of the teams, I reckon, a couple of years ago. Eurasia Cup, it might even be as well, they had, which was where they, obviously, Europe played Asia. So there was a few of those things they've done to try and, I guess, get themselves ready for the teams golf. And something that I sort of want to point out that I'd love to see the Americans do next year. You've got a PGA Tour event there, the Zurich Classic, which is foursomes and four ball. They are historically very, very weak in those parts of the game on the Ryder Cup. Why wouldn't, if you're Keegan, saying, all right, boys, we're all playing the Zurich Classic. We know you guys are around the mark. You're playing with other Ryder Cup guys in the Zurich Classic.
Anyone who's in the mix?
20 guys. Get 20 of them there. Say, all right, you 20, we're pairing up. Pair up with someone else within this 20. Let's get some practice from playing that. Because at the moment, we're getting absolutely flogged every time. We've got to try to save our asses in the singles. And they just gave themselves too much work to do.
It was just cringe from the whole build-up with sort of the way that they've selected Keegan to how they selected their team. Even talking to Nick Colsaerts, he was kind of a bit baffled by how they selected their team, even commenting on Morikawa having 4 or 5 different caddies. The instability from a US perspective. And then you flip it to what you see, Oberg's 22, 23. And he's rock solid. He's a machine, 2 and 2.
He's locked in now for a long time.
Yeah, Fitzpatrick redeemed himself, probably got himself into the next Ryder Cup just by this, redeemed his past failures. Great singles win today. McIntyre,
single draw?
Thereabouts. Hey?
Fitzpatrick drew with DeChambeau, I think.
He did, and he was 5 up.
He was 5 up.
But throughout the weekend. Putting himself in that spot to just give himself a chance. In years gone by, he's just been absolutely nailed.
As I said, the only one that let him down was Rasmus, really.
Yeah, and he just didn't look ready.
Sepp was a bit meh.
Feel the putts he threw out there, even watching today in the singles against Griffin, just didn't look overly confident, but that's all right. He's a Ryder Cup winner.
Is his first one, right? It's
he got 2 chances, didn't take him. McIlroy, unbelievable, led from the front. Rahm, unbelievable, had the hard rounds with Hatton. I think they really chucked. They were the fire starters, I guess, for the European team, those two. Fleetwood, best performing overall for the whole tournament, 4-4-1. Hatton, angry and good.
Let's go. Now you're going through it. Let's give a 3-2. What's our 3-2-1 for the whole Ryder Cup? Like Brownlow style.
In terms of impact, what's the criteria here? We're going
just basic. If you're watching it, who are you giving it to?
Players or captains included?
No, just players.
Just players. Well, I'll give my 3 votes as captain to Luke Donald, Johnny.
I was going to say including.
No,
sorry,
so like
including.
nothing to do with what you could probably. All right, you can go 3, 2, 1.
So if we're picking the
going
Norm
3, 2,
Smith
1.
medal, we're just
Yeah.
going off the eye test.
Yeah,
Who we think?
yeah.
All right, Johnny, you go.
Best on grounds, Tommy.
Okay.
Right.
I'm going Tyrrell Hatton.
I'm going John Rahm.
And to be honest, I reckon it's almost close with Rory.
Right. Yeah.
Rory, what he had to
Endure.
put up with, and he's
Yeah.
gone 3 1-1, and Tyrrell Hatton didn't lose at all. He went 3 wins and a half.
Yeah.
So those two, unbelievable, and obviously Tommy very good as well. You know, Tommy is 6-0 in foursomes over his Ryder Cup.
There was
Just the
a
ultimate
Like
team, man.
he's so solid.
there was like an unverified stat drop that until they lost on hole 1 on Saturday morning, that pairing of Rory and Tommy had never trailed in every
Yeah,
match.
crazy.
Which is nuts, right?
So
Ham and eggs.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, they're just good players. I'll go 2. I'll go Tommy, and then 1. I think I'll give it to JT. Just up against it, everything wasn't going well for the US in the teams, and he just found a way to.
I think Cam Young's best.
Yes,
on ground.
keep him in it. Yeah, but I'm going
Yeah.
like just from the pub test, watching
yeah,
it from home. Cam Young just kind of did it in the shadows,
Yeah, yeah.
whereas JT tried to fire back, and he was trying to get the crowd going for them rather than abusing the opposition.
Yeah.
And I'm a JT basher, which everyone knows, but I thought, the way that he carried himself this week, it all fell on him in the end, and I think he did a great job. So he's my 1.
Yeah, I said I'm probably going Tyrrell 3, Rory 2, and it's tied between Tommy Fleetwood and even JJ Spawn for 1 for me, because I thought JJ Spawn went 2-1. That match that he won was incredible. First Ryder Cup. I think he's very close, along with probably Cam Young. It's pretty tight.
Rosie
it's hard
was
to
pretty
pick.
solid too.
They're all
Some of
pretty
the
good.
putts Rosie was holding, you're like, wow, bro.
That early walk-in.
Save some for the rest of us.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Yeah. It's just that the numbers are a bit skewed because obviously they dominated the team side of things in Europe, so their numbers look so much better than the Europe guys.
They do. But that's where I think, JT underappreciated. He had the hardest matchups all week, even in the foursomes and 4-balls, and still managed 2 and 2, which I think is pretty rock solid from him.
I like it.
Yeah, but no, tournament over. I hope to see America kind of maybe go about it a bit more methodically next time.
So question.
Yes.
Does Keegan get another go at captaincy?
No.
Or should he?
No. No and no.
Well, but then here's the thing. Are we coming back to we want the Americans to get their system right?
Yeah, true.
Correct.
He's not the guy though, I don't think.
I think if it was an AFL footy club and it was a first-time coach and he probably wasn't supported, we don't know what goes on behind the scenes, but
Yeah.
and he's put his hand up to cop the blame, maybe that's done him in a bit, putting his hand up. But I think he should get another go because I think he's a good enough leader to do it. They got within 2 points. It's not like they got absolutely nailed in the end.
for
Like
sure.
they obviously fought hard enough to get back.
I don't reckon it's his time yet, though. That's the thing. It's hard to drop him and bring him back, but I just think he still
just
needs
let him
a
go
bit
one more time. In a way, I don't know.
I think if Tiger comes in and says I
Well,
want it,
there's-
they'll give it to
yeah,
Tiger.
Mickelson
Right?
just pulled the pin.
There's-
Mickelson said he'll never do it.
There's
so.
3 guys. There's
You said
3
that?
guys for me that I reckon should be in the gun for US and ready to go, and that is obviously Tiger down the track. Justin Leonard never had the chance. He's supposed to be very sort of statistically minded, so he's
Justin
someone.
Rose, according to Keegan Bradley.
Yeah, exactly.
1999.
He's someone to look at, and then another one that
They lost it at that
goes
point.
under the radar is he's been the captain in the President's Cup a couple of times. Is Fred Couples.
Oh yeah,
He's got to be someone who's got to be looked at, I reckon. But they do. You're right. They need some continuity moving forward. They don't have it at the moment, which is the massive difference between Europe and them.
yeah.
They've got their team, their captaincy structure. Alathabal, who was a captain in 2012, he was there with the European team
Yeah.
for this one. Paul McGinley's involved. He was a captain in 2014. USA have
He
got
was
no
vice
one.
in
They reckon that
2012.
Paul Azinger was the best captain that they've seen.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be seen. So it's where's that? There's no. It's Europe have a team. Europe a massive team of all the people that have been involved in
They
it.
just love
Team USA have the Team USA 2025 Ryder Cup. There's no outside people from the other years joining to help.
That's what
it's-
Nick even talking to Nick, you just tell that it's a big family, the Ryder
big,
Cup, and
massive squad, yeah.
all the women, all the girls get along, they travel together, and it's just a big build up. Speaking of a guy who would be a great captain as Phil Mickelson, so on Twitter he ruled out that he'll ever be involved again. So Westwood, as a joke, wrote, "Hey Phil Mickelson, fancy the Adair Manor 2027. where they're playing the next Ryder Cup. And in response, Mickelson wrote, "No rumours. My Ryder Cup involvement is over. I'm happy being a spectator and rooting for Team USA." So something's obviously happened in the back there. But
Well, they've all been treated like shit, really.
Yeah.
From both sides, like Polder, Westwood, who else is there?
Stenson.
Sergio Garcia, Henrik Stenson.
But then if we didn't have Stenson go out, we would not have that.
Sergio-
That's what they said.
right?
And they reckon that if it wasn't
Sliding
for
doors.
all those live guys that got the boot, because you think about it, imagine you had Westwood there,
Yeah.
you would have Poulter, Garcia, Stenson.
That's
Luke
all.
Donald might not get a look in, and Luke Donald's probably going to go down as the best captain that they've ever had.
yeah, they said that today.
Yeah.
Rory said that as well, which is massive, massive kudos to him. You've gone through the flags. You've gone through Rory versus Scottie 2025's year. Who are we taking in the ramble?
Yep.
Rory, I'd say Rory.
Legacy year for Rory.
Legacy year, because I
He
think
needed to win. He needed to win. Well, I think we spoke about in last week's pod. I think we might have said it. I think we said if he
needed to be with Scottie.
If he plays
Yeah.
Scottie in the singles, he wins. They win an away Ryder Cup to add everything else that he's already done. Unbelievable. And it was just that one. You can't just
Big
have a
week for
perfect year.
Rory, though. Like,
I mean, it's like,
what do you
yeah,
have to
so-
deal with?
It was tough. He had to
away
call.
win, players, win at Pebble Beach,
Yep.
the Masters,
Grand Slam.
Irish Open.
I don't think
Unbelievable.
Rory gives one shit about losing to Scottie today.
Probably not. No.
I think
No,
he's
because
moved on quite well.
he showed
Yeah.
up after
All
saying
the
at
rest.
Marcus Simone's like, we're gonna win it at Bethpage, right?
Yeah.
You got 2 years of, putting
year
putting
of-
putting that
Yeah.
statement out there.
The envelope rule, Johnny, you weren't happy with it?
This has just come across my desk.
Yeah,
that
I
I'm
was
apparently
surprised.
not.
I think I put that up.
Yeah, in red,
the-
but the envelope
red,
rule
yeah.
pretty much. So that was a quick.
Stitch up.
No, what do we
sorry.
what do we think of it?
The envelope rule. So do we need to give context for our
All
listeners?
right, so the envelope rule basically is that at the start of the Ryder Cup, you if you have a player injured, you will put a player from your team's name in the envelope, and then
That'll rule the
that'll rule will not play and take a half against the injured player.
yeah.
So they obviously put Harris English in as their
Was
one.
is it at the start or is it on the Saturday night once the singles are announced?
Maybe, not sure, but it's before the
It's before the
it's
singles.
announced,
It's
yeah.
before the singles.
So then, and that's the thing, like there was another thing where it was obvious. Luke Donald was all over it, knew about the rule. Keegan seemed to have no idea about it until a day or two before. So
Yeah.
it just shows how.
Victor had a sore neck from sleeping on it the wrong way
Yeah.
from all reports, which doesn't really help him. It's a rule. So I think if the US team had an injured player, they wouldn't be complaining about
What
taking
do
a
we-
half point.
What do we think about it though? Like, what do we think? Like, I mean, I think for me, it's pretty easy. It's just there needs to be a 13th man involved in it, and
But
if there's an injury,
But
they
then
can
does
bring
it
him
come
in.
down to like say, our 12th man's not performing well? It's like then do you sub out Harris English by, oh man, his ankle is sore, right?
Yeah, true. They can exploit it, can't they?
Yeah, you can exploit.
But then in saying that, are they really going to, like, if they've picked their best 12, are they really going to drop him out for a 13th player and think they're going to do better? But then again,
potentially.
Imagine Paddy Reed is walking through that tunnel on
By
Sunday.
God, that's
He would
Paddy
have the
Reed's
flag,
music.
A big eagle on his neck.
He would have rode in on that eagle.
Yeah, exactly right. But I don't know. I think it could be done better. It's a bit.
Yeah.
I feel for
Marco
me,
Pens or something.
out of everyone, I feel the most sorry for Harris English.
Yeah, didn't get to play.
He's
his
playing in a
singles game.
Ryder Cup, doesn't get to play a singles game. Like that sucks.
Oh, I mean, he picked up half a point. So
He did, but still, you'd rather play. I think I'd rather. Would you? I'd gamble it. You'd
Hey.
throw it in there. I'd gamble at half a point and go have a go.
double down.
I'm a big fan
I'd rather play and lose than not play.
I'm a big
Not that
fan
you're not your
of,
captain.
I'm a big fan of Victor Hovland because he was asked about it at the end and he said, I've heard that they're complaining about getting a half point. Too bad if they even had the whole point, it wouldn't have helped them.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
So I love, and he's the nicest guy in golf, allegedly. Victor Hovland, obviously, I don't know him. Mika knows him, he's known him forever.
I've met him at the Oz Open range once.
Reckons he's a superstar. So,
dude.
he's done really well. Now, the crowds, I've been wanting to talk about this with you
Go on.
blokes. And Bradley, you're a big crowd guy. It was very disappointing. Like, even just hearing them trying to hype them up to a level where they're just abusing the opposition. I'm all for trying to create an atmosphere, but the great thing about the European Ryder Cups, they're creative. Even though like the Barmy Army is going to be coming out here for the Ashes, the Aussie players get abused by them in the funniest way, and they just laugh it off because it is well thought out and it's
It
creative.
adds to the theatre
Rather
of
than
the
a
sport.
fuck you, Rory.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, mate, a bloke said that to me at 3 a.m. walking down, Burke Street the
Oh,
other
you
night.
thought you
and I
were
was-
Rory McIlroy?
No, he said, fuck you, Q. And he was asking me for money. He wasn't well, this bloke. But like, that's how creative you need to be. This bloke was clearly On
So you said Q, you knew your name.
no, I don't think he knew what his own
Your
name
story's
was.
breaking down pretty quick, Johnny.
I got abused by some homeless bloke walking down the street at
Okay,
3
there
o'clock
you
in
go.
Burke Street after the AFL Grand Final, and they were he was more creative than the crowds in the USA were, who paid $7.50 a ticket to be there. Ron Chopper made the best video, just
Yeah,
taking the
true.
piss out of them. Like, hey, Rory, fuck you. Like I just think it was a disgrace and ruined a great sporting event. Like you've said it, Brad. It's the greatest golfing sporting event for a crowd to go to, I guess.
Yep.
Give us your whole rundown. What do you think about the hype ups and all that sort of bullshit going on?
As they just don't have the creative flair that Europe have. Yeah, and it's just boring. As I said, there's no creation to it. I think it was probably overplayed in the media a little bit. Like I did watch a fair bit of it, and there were a couple instances of it all, but I didn't really think it was super bad. Well, it was bad, but not like crazy.
When a bloke's standing over a ball, about to hit a shot, and some peanut decides to yell out,
Yeah, that's the problem with our game.
it's just embarrassing.
That's what
though.
makes it worse, I think. Like if it's a footy game and that he's yelling out non-stop, it's okay.
But
But when you
walking
have to be
between the
quiet-
tee and the green and the tee is fine. Go your hardest.
Yeah.
But if they're playing the shot, like
don't come if you're going to do that.
that's what Rory said. Like golf needs to be held to a higher standard
Mm-hmm.
because that's the standard of the game. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with him.
And then even like apparently there was someone with like a rubber duck, squeaky rubber duck that got Rory on the Sunday and did it in his back of his tee shot and he hit it in the water and made double bogey, lost the hole.
Could use the tuck in the water.
Yeah, exactly right. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I'm with you actually on that one, Q. I just think do what you want, say shit. I mean, it's
Well, you go
I
to
don't
a
like
golf.
it,
I
but
go to a
don't-
league golf
don't
event
talk
to
when
watch a
people are
league
hitting.
golf. I
Yeah.
don't go to.
exactly.
You
Right.
go,
That's
no,
a
you
great
just
point.
abuse-
Yeah,
like, abuse someone.
you ruin it for everyone else trying to watch it because
It's
they're
not-
getting put off.
Yeah, like even in the AFL granny, there were some peanuts in the crowd, just like yelling stuff out and just ruining it for other
Yeah,
people.
who
You're like,
cares?
what are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
$7.50 a ticket US to go sit in those stands.
Yeah, and carry on like that. What's the point?
For the golf purists, I think they'd be exceptionally disappointed about what they had to deal with. But anyway, Rory did well. I think I loved how they gave it back to them when they'd done something cool, like Shane Lowry that was getting held back. He walked towards a
Yeah,
guy
exactly.
momentarily.
I like the aggressive point he gave to the security. He went and basically pointed in his face, he's going one of these like that, like it's
bloke-
this guy.
But geez, the bloke shit himself too. He was
Yeah.
like, Dan, one day's over.
Yeah, done. No, good. See you later.
But no, great Ryder Cup. It's going to go down in history as one of the great ever away wins, and we're really lucky to be able to watch it to the level we did. Commentary was fantastic. They had a good mix of PGA Tour commentators and DP World Tour commentators, which I enjoyed. Now,
I think that the coverage was actually really good in the
It
US.
was, yeah.
No, sorry, in Australia. I did hear that in the US there was a lot of ad
Ads, I
coverage.
saw that
But then
too.
I was just like, when I hearing those comments, I was like, we were just a lot. There was like no ads for us, which
Dan
is great.
Rappaport reckons, like, why can't they just have a camera? There's 4 in the doubles. Why can't you just have a camera for each group the whole time, and you can watch every shot like you do in the Masters? True. Kind of agree with that. It's not one of the only things I agree with that guy on. Asian tour was played on the weekend as well. The Taiwan Masters. Ratanon Rishan 3-putt bogeys his way to a final hole win to win the Taiwan Masters by a shot over a compatriot of his at the Taiwan Golf and Country Club. I'm not even going to have a crack at that bloke's name, Johnny. How do you say it, son?
I don't know. You can say that.
Suranon Yongcharoenachai.
That's pretty good.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-player shot under par. Very tough conditions.
Tough conditions. US Open-esque. I think it was just like super tree line, so it was just really tough out there.
Look, listeners, I'm going to be completely honest. I did not watch a lick of this because I was into the Ryder Cup and I was exceptionally hungover on Sunday. Scottie Hentai Knight from the Aussies, the horse, Matt Van Cliff and Kevin Youant tied for 13th. Travis Smythe continues his good year with a tied 18th. Peaky, he did say on his Instagram story it's the toughest week he's ever had on a golf course. And he had a tied 29th, so that's good for Peaky. And Nick Vogt in a tied 54th for the Kiwis at home. Listening to it, there was an event played here in Australia on the weekend, a World Championship actually, at the Sandgreams up there at Binalong, which saw the big Queensland bomber Sam Slater get his first win. In that event, he lost in the playoff last year. It's a 36-hole event. He shot 65 and 64 to finish at 11 under par. He can absolutely smoke it. He talked to anyone on the PGA Tour of Australasia. Sam Slater can hit the ball a long way, and he did that on the Sandgreens. You ever played Sandgreens before?
With you.
Oh.
On a video that's going to come out,
Yeah.
essentially. I think you lost, so
Blame the previous producer for not getting that done for us. MK. Have you ever played Sandgreens?
No, I actually haven't.
All right,
It was
let's do
hard. It was very hard.
Where do we
We played at the Grange.
At the Grange
At the Grange.
in wherever we were. Horsham.
Stall.
Near Horsham.
It was in Stall, I reckon, wasn't it?
Stall was halfway between Horsham and
Yeah.
Stall. And we just saw the Grange Golf Club.
Exactly,
And it was,
Stall, and I
geez, it
gave
wasn't
you-
even open.
It wasn't, no.
I wonder
just-
if our $5 is still in that
Probably, let's go
honesty
back and
box.
get it.
Might go back and grab that. Yeah. Feeling a bit tough on that after all those punts on the footy. But yeah, congrats to Sam Slater. Not an Order of Merit event for the Aussie tour, but still great win for him, and he's now a world champion on the sand greens, which is something to behold. Yep. DP World Tour this week, boys. They're back straight into it. There's no rest for the wicked. The Dunhill Links Championship, one of the greatest golfing events in the world. The Pro-Am format across the 3-course rotation. St Andrews Old Course, Carnoustie and Kings Barnes are cut after the third round, and then they go back to St Andrews for the final round. Like I said, there's the 3 courses, St Andrews, Carnoustie and the Kings Barnes. Tougher starting. If you're going to start at Carnoustie, it's an advantage, but less decisive in recent years. So 3 courses, is that clear to everyone? So you go and play each course once, and then the final day is at St Andrews. Tyrrell Hatton beat Nick Colsarts last year. He shot 24 under across the 4 days. Matt Fitzpatrick won it the year before. Ryan Fox won it the year before that, and Danny Willett the year before that. So, some household names, I guess, getting it done. You love European golf. You've been to St Andrews, although fleeting, but
Yeah, I have. It's going to be so good. It's the cathedral of golf.
yeah,
St Andrews is going to be unbelievable. It's got a pretty decent field, as you can see.
Great
There's
field.
a fair few Aussies playing, headlined by Cam Smith, who's teamed up for his first event in a while.
he is, yeah.
Then I said you got guys like Ryan Fox, and I think Bubba Watson's teamed it up.
Yep.
Brooks Koepka's teamed it up.
Koepka's
Obviously
teamed.
Patrick Reed.
Yep.
Then a couple of guys from the Ryder Cup in Matt Fitzpatrick, Tyrrell Hatton, Tommy Fleetwood, and Rob McIntyre.
Yep.
Disappointing. I think they had a lot more last year when the Ryder Cup was in Europe.
They did.
So
Rory played,
disappointing not to
obviously.
see Rory and
Absolutely.
Larry and a few of the other ones, because he's normally one of
They'll
the best
still
events
be
of the year.
so pissed.
Yeah, true. It's going to be a massive effort for those guys. Like, looking at those 4, there's one guy there that'll party hard and be absolutely knackered, and that's Tyrrell Hatton. The other 3 might take it a little bit easier.
So I think that's Tyrrell's normal state, just having
True.
a couple under
Yeah.
the belt.
And he's
And being angry
3?
about
I
it.
think he's a 3-time winner of this event.
He has
one
won
of
the
the fair few
Dunhill 3
yeah.
times, yes, yeah.
But yeah, what are we looking for in sort of scoring trends, Johnny?
We want green regulations and par 4 scoring. That's pretty much where you get your stuff done. Leaders and co-leaders, apparently, after round 3, they go on to win. So it's like get that lead in front of you, and off you go. Victory lap down at St Andrews, walking down after the road hole on the final hole.
Yeah.
Bathe in championship glory. Links pedigree as well. It's a different condition to play in the links weather. You got to roll the ball a lot. You can't use ground. You got to be able to just control your drives into the wind, not like me with my overlap grip and just slicing it off to the
You should
right.
give the game away.
Yeah, I should give the game away. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're doing, and just happy that we're looking at some links golf again.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
kind
so
of.
good.
Last year, obviously, a good friend of the podcast, Cam John, was up there, nearly leading the tournament through.
He had 11 under the first day.
He did through 20. What was he through 36 holes? He was almost leading the tournament, and then sort of fell away. He got the Carnoustie, I think, on the third
Carnoustie,
round,
maybe,
and
yeah.
it blew up. I think. What blew up was his ears because Howley was on the bag.
True.
But he got to play with Rob McIntyre and had a great tournament. Great for Cam anyway.
Unfortunately, he's not in it this year, though.
No, he didn't get in. Nah. So you get I'm not sure exactly what the exemption is, but it's from the Aussie Order of Merit. It might be a top
8 or something, I
8
reckon, roughly.
finish. Yeah, roughly on the Order of Merit. Get a start. So it's great for these young guys getting an opportunity over there. So Elvis obviously gets in from his win, but Harrison Crowe will be over there. Corey Lamb, the king. Jordan Dool, Jimmy Conran, Jasper Stubbs, Phoenix Campbell, and from a Kiwi perspective, Kerry Mountcastle, Tyler Hodge, Foxy, Dan Hillier, and Kazuma Kibori will be there. Matty Jones is pegging it up as well. So is Dave Micheluzzi, which I didn't mention before. And great viewing for us. Always on at a good time, like the European golf. We love it. So make sure we support. There's a good number playing from an Aussie standpoint. And
Good chance this week that
Great chance.
that 16 and 23 winners UK Ireland turns into 16 and 24, because we've got a couple of really good Aussies there.
Yeah.
Cam's obviously already won around St Andrews, a major championship.
Cam's
Nick-
first go back. I was going to say that. Cam's
Nick is
first
pretty
go
good
back there since he
around there
won. Since he won the Open, Cam
Yeah.
wouldn't have played at St Andrews since then.
He
so
might be a bit rusty. I don't know if he's been playing a whole heap, but he's someone definitely to watch this week.
I think it's scary for Cam to be going to play this for the Aussie summer. I reckon he's going to come over in a fair bit of form. So
Yep.
with a bit of fire in the guts, because I don't think he had a great time here. Like, he obviously nearly won the PGA, but
And I think you'll be fired up with the changes to the Australian Open. You really want to put in a good couple of weeks here.
I reckon he's a bit of a smoky to win the Aussie Open. Cam Smith, not really a smoky, but
Not even a smoky, no.
anyway, the PGA Tour, there's no rest for those boys either. They're back. The PGA Tour lands in Jackson, Mississippi at the country club of Jackson, believe it or not. Bermuda glass layout. Tricky greens here at the Sanderson's Farms Championships. In the last 12 winners, 8 were aged 32 or younger, so it's a young man's tournament, and 7 were ranked 159th or worse in the world golf rankings. So maybe we could go and play, Brad, and have a chance this week. But the winning scores are often very low, 17 to 23, typical PGA Tour setup. Playoff, I think, 3 out of the last 5 years, so quite regular playoff here as well. Kevin Yu, 23 under in 2024 playoff. Luke List in 2023, 18 under, also won via playoff. Minwoo Lee is teeing it up. His frequent flyers would be absolutely flying.
Very weird to see him going across to play that and not play the Dunhill.
Did he get an invite to the Dunhill? Surely he would have.
Well, he'd have status there
He'd
anyway.
have status because it's gone well recently. So
Yeah, no, he would. That's an odd one. Unless
Interesting
he's
to see
back home. Unless he's back home. I think he's moved to Vegas or something. So maybe he's
there's a
back home
quicker
and
flight for
sorting
him.
himself out and doing that. But it's a weird. Maybe he wants an easy kill. Another win on the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
Could go from a decent year to a great year if he wins
2
again.
wins, yeah.
God, geez, this one's a little bit of the Who Cares Cup though.
Yeah, but still,
I mean,
doesn't.
You like that, Pete?
At the end of his career, if he's got 10 PGA Tour wins and one of the Sanderson's Farms,
Yeah,
no one
true.
goes, oh, but one's a Sanderson Farm. So,
I would.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, that's a superstar. And the Hoygaard boys are pegging it up this week, and Harrison Endicott, friend of the pod, is also pegging it up this week. So good luck
Go
to
Harrison, big event. Go well, son.
Go big Endicott, you're king. Loves a beer. How's that? The Asian Tour, they're playing the Jakarta International Championship at the Damai Indah Golf Club, the pit course. They play here every single year. International Series event, which is elevated, giving the pathway through to Live Golf. Richard T. Lee returns. He got it done last year.
Tea leaves.
Tea leaves. Loves a cup of tea, that man. And the big names playing. Anthony Kim, the great man, AK, and Kieran Vincent with the shaggy hair. They're out there this week. Aussies. Now, I'm going to go, buddy. Red in the face, reading all these out. But Marcus Fraser, Darcy Brereton, Jake McLeod, Brett Coletta, Live promotion qualifiers. All those guys are. So is Jack Buchanan, who will be flying back next week to defend his WA PGA. So
Air miles
it's a
too.
very tough flight for these guys to get in time to play there. Ryan Peake, Denzel Iramia, Wade Ormsby, Trav Smythe, Matt Vancliffe, Scottie Hand, Aaron Wilkin, new dad, congrats. Nick Vogt, Kevin Yuan, Jed Morgan, Jack Thompson, Brett Rankin, Toddy the big hitter, Sinnott, Laurie Flynn, and Johnny the
Military man,
Loris. I was trying to spit it out, Q.
Yes.
They're all picking it up this week, so good luck to those guys over there at the pit course.
Yes,
at
watch
the
out for that one. Tough golf course. You know what the PIK stands for?
Tell me, Brad.
Par is king.
Really?
No, not really, but it could.
Okay.
Unconfirmed reports we'll take this
So
offline.
the
Get
US
back to you.
Open toughness there at the Jakarta.
Betos,
This is an international
can you
series.
turn his mic off,
This
please?
is an international series event, isn't it?
Is it
It is.
international
Big one.
series?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
big
Big
one.
event.
Big one for them.
We come into sort of that in-series season where you'll see a lot of the live golf stars and people who are trying to get back their live status, like AK is, to get some points. We want to see AK succeed. I think.
That'd be nice.
Well,
That'd be great.
him going to play these events, I think, is great because he could have easily just gone, made me coin, I'm out.
Yeah.
So, but no, he's still fighting for it, which is awesome. Good follow on Instagram too. He's a big Trump supporter, which is interesting. Yeah. Anyway, the LPGA Tour, the Lot 8 Championship is on here at the Ho'okalai Country Club in Oahu, Hawaii. 2024 winner A. Lim Kim is picking it up. Grace Kim, our good friend, won this event, her first win.
Can we get another Kim win? Alim Kim, Grace Kim,
Brad Kim.
Anthony Kim. This is the Kim podcast.
AK,
at the moment.
come on, Kimmy. No, so they won't be.
Alim Kim will be. Grace Kim won't be.
Grace is not playing this week.
Oh,
Having a week off, isn't she?
Kim
She's got a week off. Yeah,
Which Aussies are playing?
We've got Gabby Russells, Hira Naveed, Cassie Porter, and Robin Choi and Sarah Kemp. The latter two, they're getting a few more
Kempy.
starts with the mid-season reshuffle. So good luck to all the girls there.
Hey, Kempy's been in pretty good form since the injury. She fell out of a golf cart, broke her arm or leg.
Oh, yeah, I do remember
last
seeing
year. So she's starting to fight her way back. She's
Yeah.
been a perennial, a great player on the LPGA Tour for a long, long time. Always supports Aussie golf as well. She's always back here playing. So good luck to Sarah and the crew and Cassie and all the girls. Good luck to them all this week. Bloody hell, boys. What a week in golf it's been. The PGA Tour of Australasia is back next week. I'll be going to Perth the week after that for the WA Open. So if any of our listeners are from Perth and, want to catch up and have a coffee or play a bit of golf, just drop a DM in. I'm more than happy to I'd
So,
actually love.
are you off for 2 weeks now or just one?
We'll talk about that after the pod. I'm not exactly sure how that
Ratings-
logistically
ratings
will work.
through the roof.
Tell your friends to come back.
Yeah,
King's out for a
anyone
week or
who's
two.
dropped off from, really enjoying the pod when I'm on it. Fuck, I don't know what's going on here. But hey,
call it.
I'm still hung.
Call it.
I'm still hung.
Jesus. I actually had my first drink in about 6 months on Friday.
What about last Wednesday when we went to the pub? Oh, last Monday. We
Oh,
went
that
to
was
the pub.
one, not.
Oh, you had a few.
I had a few, yeah.
Tell us what happened, Bradley.
Push the boat out.
No, I had a few drinks at home, just a nice quiet one.
He's the quadruple threat tonight when he gets home, the great man. So thank you all for listening. If you haven't, head over to Tee It Up Pod on Instagram. Make sure you enter our Mizuno Club giveaway. It's a chance to win a free set of sticks. It's a randomizer. All you got to do is chuck in your current handicap. No bias. Put it in a randomizer and you win. Thank you.
I like it.
We'll see you next week. See you next week. All clear.
Swing
Go on,
hard and drive it with an interlock grip.
Yes.